Good evening friends and welcome to my monthly video series for the month of July 2018. I would first like to touch base on what has changed since in real estate since we last talked on 30th of June. So there was an announcement from Bank of Canada to raise the interest rate by 0.25%. That happened on 11th of July. And how does that impact you? So it impacts you because the bank changed their prime rate to adjust the cost of borrowing which increased from them through Bank of Canada. So the prime rate before 11th of July was 3.45, which in turn now went to 3.70. So again, how does that impact you? It impacts you if you are in a contract of a variable mortgage. So if you have a variable mortgage, your interest component will go up. Now remember, your payments will not go up. This is something very important. A lot of people get confused with this. Like the rates went up, will I be paying more on my mortgage? No. So your payments will not change, but your distribution of interest to principal on your statement or your amortization will change by 0.25% if you are in a variable mortgage. If you have a fixed mortgage, what changes? Nothing at all changes for you. Nothing will change if you are in a contract of fixed mortgage. If you are locked in, say you just signed a contract before 11th of July on a variable mortgage and your house is closing after 11th of July, how does it impact you? It impacts you because the variable interest rate, if you have variable interest rate, because your interest is in relation to the prime, say prime minus 0.1. So before your interest was prime was 3.45, so your interest was 2.45. Now the prime is 3.70, so your new interest minus 1 would be 2.70. Hope that's helpful. So now let's dive into the numbers which we were waiting last. We didn't have the June numbers when we spoke on 30th of June. So now I have the chart from Toronto Real Estate Board and I would like to show some analysis on those charts. What I've done is I've taken the March report as well to compare, because in the March there was a panic situation this March when we saw the sales number drop in 2 digits, 34%, 43%, and those kind of numbers. So people were really asking what's happening. And at that time, we did mention that it's a market correction because we're comparing 2017 March to 2018 March, and 2017, as we know, was a crazy year in terms of the sales and the price. So that correction was happening. And now since we've landed in June report, we can actually see that trend, see how the correction is happening. The double-digit drop has turned into a positive number now. Like we used to have minus 40% drop for the detached, and then semi-detached as well was a huge drop there, 30% plus. Same things for the townhouses. Now if you look on the chart on the top in the red left side, I have highlighted the drop of March. And if you also notice on the right hand side, there is an average price which was like 784 something in March this year. Now go below in the chart, and if you look on the left, you see all those negative double digit numbers have converted to a positive single digit plus numbers. So the sales, which was showing a double digit downward trends, is now showing a single digit upward trend. So the correction has taken place in the last 3 months, and now the market is adjusted and it's going back on track. That's what it means. On the right side, same thing for the average price as well. The average price before, say, minus 17% drop on the detached homes has now gone to, still it's minus, but it's minus 1.9. But all other sectors, you will see the average price has gone from minus to plus. Condos has remained in plus in terms of average price because, again, because of the affordability part of the condo and the price range. Okay, so I hope this numbers helps. One more last thing before I wrap up is about the average price. I would like you to show one below in the graph where it is highlighted in a green arrow. It goes to 807 and something. So see the increase, the average price of March compared to the average price of June, it has gone up. So the market has stabilized, the prices have stabilized now. Again, I think personally, as well as even the Treb is hopeful that the coming year it will be a steady growth as a normal market it used to be 2 years ago and prior. Okay, so hope this report is helpful. We'll talk to you again in July. We will have some minor changes in July. We will start sending out the reports in the early part of the month. What we're doing right now is I send it out last week of the month and the last few days of the month, but that will change a little bit from the month of July. I'm planning to send it out before 10th of July for each subsequent month. So the next report, sorry, not July, would be on 10th, before 10th of August, and we'll talk about the data from July. Okay, everybody have a nice week ahead, and thank you very much again for watching me on my monthly reports. Thank you. Bye-bye.